Hi friends, it's your pal Scott Garibay, and today we are going to talk about Stranger Things Season 3, Episode 6, E Pluribus Unum. So we're down in the Russian Command Center, which is secreted underneath the Starcourt Mall, and we're with the Scoops Ahoy team, which has been split. So Robin and Steve Harrington are captured, but they're left alone. While they're left alone, Dustin Henderson and Erica come in, actually get to them by using a cattle prod on one of the Russian soldiers, and actually get to the point where they're able to access Robin and Steve, and then they all begin to make their way out. Okay, all right. At that point, we go back to Hawkins, and we connect with the mayor. Now, the mayor is he is starting the fair, so they're starting the fairgrounds, right? So we see the mayor on the fairgrounds, and that Russian strongman comes to him and is like, hey, and talks with the mayor, and the mayor is under a lot of pressure, right? So the mayor has received a lot of payments from the Russians to allow them to buy the Starcourt Mall and allow them to buy all these properties around the Starcourt Mall. And the reason why they're buying these properties is they want these houses to be able to draw power, and they're rerouting the power toward the lab, right? And they're trying to cut through to make the new gate to the Upside Down, right? And they're also using the property for experiments. So at this point, they have Alexei, and Hopper is like, hey, go. And actually the mayor is like, hey, you Russians need to go get Hopper. You need to shut this down, right? And they're like, well, you need to keep your eyes out open too, and you need to be ready to help us. So the mayor is like really on the ball, is really under the gun, quite literally and figuratively, with the Russians. Okay, so at this point we cut back over to Hopper and Joyce, and now they have Alexei, and they take Alexei to Murray. Okay, and the reason why is the reason why is Hopper realizes Murray Bauman actually speaks Russian, right? And has done a lot of studying the Russians, and he's a good detective, right? Like, Hopper knows this because he's had to deal with him, right? He knows how persistent he is. So Joyce, Hopper, they go to Murray Bauman, and they bring Alexei with them, right? So Alexei, and then they're like, okay, listen, tell us everything about Starcourt, right? Tell us the whole ball of wax. And so Alexei's like, I want a cheeseburger, I want a strawberry shake, I want, some ho-hos and some chips, right? So he sends Hopper out. Hopper comes back and gives him everything he wanted, right? And Alexei's like, oh, hey, I said I wanted a strawberry shake, and this is cherry, right? And Hopper's like, dude, I went out. That's a cheeseburger. That's a Slurpee. That's chips. That's, your candy bar. We're done. And you need to say thank you. And Alexei's like, nah, you need to get me what I need, right? And so Hopper then is like, oh, you don't want to tell us what we need? Great. You know what? And then he thinks about roughing him up, but he's like, no, that's fine. Let me give you the keys to my car. You can leave right now. And Joyce and Murray are like, dude, you're giving him your car, right? So Alexei runs out there and appears to be, going away from the place, but he comes back, and Hopper was very smart on the part of Hopper. He's like, where's he gonna go, right? So one, he's already seen that the Russians will murder anybody who's not performing, right? So they will absolutely murder you if you're AWOLing, right? So there's, and then also Alexei doesn't speak English, right? And this is in the 80s, at the height of the Cold War, right? He's got nowhere to go, right? And so Hopper's right, and he returns to them, and then at that point, they can. Then he does tell them. He tells them everything they're doing. He tells them that they're trying to reopen the gate. He tells them how they, set up the Starcourt Mall, how they did the properties, and then at that point, Joyce and Hopper's like, I know what we need to do. So he calls Owens and says, hey, you need to get here. We got a situation. And they're like, okay, well, we'll tell Owens. Like they literally get a message machine, right? Joyce calls back and says, you need to get his butt here now, right? And straight Karen's him, right? Which is very interesting. I'm going to end it there. We'll continue covering season 3, episode 6, E Pluribus Unum. Every single word you just heard in this video is my humble opinion. Nothing more, nothing less. The important part is when I get to hear your humble opinion when you get in the comments and send your traffic. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a fetch millennium.